Okay, you all situated here, man? You got all your kinks out? Yeah, I suppose. I remember when I was 17, or was it 18, I went hunting with my boyfriend's father, and I ended up getting a young buck. I was describing the situation to him, and I mentioned that the deer had come running from the other side of the road. And I assumed something over there had spooked him. And he replied, or he could have been chasing a buck or a doe. Then I looked at him and he looked at me, no laugh, no smile, and says, so see what chasing desire get you? This here's called the Dynamite Moon, the Dynamite Moon, the Dynamite Moon. Hope it don't all blow up once upon a hill. Sounds tinny, doesn't it? Maybe I'll stay up here. Once upon the hill where the pines grew thin and the night air curled like smoke off a skin, a young buck taunt as a bowstring laughed against the moon's white grin, held fire in his hands, not a flame but worse, a stick of dynamite, its fuse a hissing curse. And something gonna blow, he howled, and the valley held its breath. The lowlands whispered warnings, but the wind just laughed at death. Electric currents snapped between the sweat on his lip, the dare in his teeth, and the way his haunches kicked when he lit the spark. Oh, the night was a wick. Oh, the night was there, and he was the match. And then silence, a pause so thick you could taste the split second before the world cracked. Did he run? Did it burn? The moon wouldn't tell, but the hill smells still of scorch and rebellion and the wild sweet stink of a boy who dared to blow up the brink. Well, some say he's still there, grinning in the dark with another stick of dynamite and another spark. Now, my dad, when I was young, told me, never go to cheap, sleazy, dirty, raunchy strip club places because you might find something you really shouldn't see. Well, of course, being a young lad, I immediately went with my buddies, and I saw my dad. At the bakery, a customer is disgusted when he sees a baker crimping Thanksgiving pumpkin pie with his false teeth. And the customer said, have you not got a tool for that job, you filthy pig? Yes, replied the baker, I use it for the donuts. Volatile rendezvous on the hill. I remember that the eve, up on the elevation, the moon was so full, it induced palpitation. It was spring in the valley, a promising season, and up there, without a rhyme or reason. But wait, hold the thought. Who knew why he climbed it? The whole volatile future was perfectly timed. 'Cause way up on the hill where the air was so still was the source of the thrill that was meant to fulfill. And he was known as the buck, charismatic and young, a geographical phenomenon among us, escaping the lowlands where life was too stunned. He arrived at the doorstep completely undaunted, a true spring chicken magnet, impeccably tanned, the most bold and handsome buck in the whole wide land. And he moved with a swagger, a captivating glide, with an undeniable secret he just couldn't hide. And he held in his hand a stick of pure dynamite under the hypnotic full moonlight. And he said, stand back, this whole situation's precarious, yelling something gonna blow, and it's most vicarious. And you could feel it in your toes, and you could feel it down to your pedals. this highly volatile feeling that nobody meddles with. Once crossed the divide, now the current is reached. This forbidden, fantastic scenario was breached. Now local folk were devout and they believed in decorum, and they thought all this excitement was utterly foreign. And they said, keep your distance, preserve your good standing. But the buck's pure magnetism was far too demanding. He spoke low and deep with a charming dichotomy, promising a night of sheer epiphany. Each word that he whispered, a dangerous call, a reckless, romantic adventure about to befall. And he was dressed in buckskin to the nines, though he worked deep in the forest, escaping the lowlands to leave boring designs. He treated spring chickens with total admiration. He caused chaos and joy in the whole population. And I knew it was wrong, illogical, and preposterous, but the electrical feeling was suddenly raunchous. And he just pulled many in close with that powerful pull, made the critical thinking seem utterly null. And he held in his hands a stick of pure dynamite under the hypnotic moonlight. And he said, stand back, this whole situation's precarious. Yelling something gonna blow, it's most vicarious. And you can feel it in your toes, you can feel it in your pedals. Highly volatile feeling that nobody meddles with. And they crossed the divide, and now the current is reached. This forbidden, fantastic scenario once breached. Those currents were closed and the connection complete. An electrical field flowing from head to the feet. The static was building and there was nowhere to hide. The forbidden fantasy taking us on a wide ride. It wasn't a blast, not a boring detonation, just an intense, sweet synergy, a total elation. And the tension was palatable, undeniably real. Highest voltage moment of a teenager can feel. Currents were reached, all those wires were glowing. The forbidden, fantastic feeling was going, and the buck and the chicken up high on the peak all just blow up that night, if you know what I speak. Why did the penny arrest the nickel? The penny was copper, see? And he busted the nickel for stopping on a dime. And the dime was a quarter, way through the intersection. When the nickel hit him, at first the nickel thought he hit 50 cents, but it was just another young buck. And that's how it was meant. All right, Nifty 91.50, 7 to 9 in the morning, hanging out with the Idiot Emeritus. Weekdays, WRPI Troy, your everything radio station, and on the internet.